In the world of live streaming, a career often takes years to build. It requires thousands of hours of dedication and a relentless grind to stand out and capture an audience. But whilst it can take a decade to build an empire on Twitch, we have witnessed time and time again that it only takes a single moment for it to all be destroyed. One slip up, one lapse in judgment, or even one forgotten notepad window, and the entire house of cards can come tumbling down. On the 22nd of January 2026, a popular Twitch streamer known as Lacari was live in front of his audience, doing what he has done for over a decade. He was playing League of Legends, entertaining thousands of viewers, and living the dream of being a mid to high tier streamer. However, within 5 seconds, everything changed. While multitasking, he accidentally opened a notepad file that revealed something incredibly dark and possibly extremely illegal. This split-second moment wasn't just something embarrassing, but something that would set the internet ablaze and completely destroy his career and possibly even his life. And if it wasn't for the file opening in the first place that did it, it was his reaction afterwards. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be diving into the Lacari Situation, how a 5-second slip-up destroyed his career, and why this may have been hidden in plain sight the entire time. But to fully understand the depth and depravity of the situation, we first have to learn about who Lacari is in the first place. Prior to the recent events that transpired, Lacari was a celebrated figure in the gaming world. His journey began over a decade ago in 2012, a time when the online streaming world was only just becoming a thing. It's also worth noting that Lacari was by no means an overnight success. Like many, he started small and stayed small for over 5 years, as it wasn't until 2017 when he truly began to carve out his own space in the online world, not just as a gamer, but as a personality. Lacari was known as a speedrunner and a highly skilled player across a variety of difficult and competitive games such as League of Legends, Genshin Impact, and Tekken. Over the next few years, Lacari didn't simply play games, but he began networking with other more established streamers. Throughout the 2020s, Lacari had established himself as a mid to high tier streamer on Twitch, with his channel averaging around 1,500 concurrent viewers, with peak viewership going above 10,000 viewers during major streams. He also successfully integrated himself into one of the most powerful social circles in the Twitch streaming industry, the Austin-based streamer ecosystem. He became a regular guest on Asmongold's streams and entered the orbit of major creators like Mizkif and Esfand. These collaborations enabled Lacari to cement his status as not just a random streamer, but as a genuine friend and collaborator of the gaming organization OTK. The association was strong enough that by May 2023, during a Mizkif stream, Lacari jokingly unofficially joined OTK in chat, solidifying his place in the group's lore.
I'll join, pay me. Okay, Lacari's on OTK. That's the announcement, chat. Lax on OTK. That's it. That was the announcement for today. Lax on OTK. That was easy. All right, Lax, I'll pay him. That was easy. He's on. He did it.
In the extremely volatile world of content creation, this was truly the sweet spot. He was essentially living the dream, playing video games for a living and earning lucrative income, yet without the suffocating levels of fame that makes a normal life impossible. He had the friends, the clout, and the stability that millions of aspiring creators chase, but often never catch. He had spent 15 years building the perfect life, but it would only take 5 seconds to undo all that work. The 22nd of January 2026 started just like any other day for Lacari. He was live on Twitch grinding League of Legends just as he had done countless times before. To the thousands watching, it was just another stream from their favorite streamer. A moment during this stream, however, would completely change everything. While attempting to multitask, Lacari opened Windows Notepad and revealed something deeply disturbing. In the past, this action would have been harmless. However, a recent Windows update has introduced a new feature that displays a history of recently opened files and tabs directly within the Notepad app. As the Notepad window popped up on the stream, it didn't just show a blank page. For a few seconds, it displayed a list of URLs and file names that Lacari had previously accessed.
Let me at least add Wade to the list of champions that I like. Fuck?
For obvious reasons, I can't show exactly what the notepad contained on YouTube, but it contained file names and links with suggestive words involving minors, animals, and other clearly illegal themes. The reaction was instantaneous. While Lacari continued to sit in his chair acting like nothing had happened, the clip was already being captured, cut, and uploaded onto pages such as r/livestreamfail, Twitter, and even Kiwi Farms. Within minutes of the clip being spread, internet detectives began investigating the links visible and confirmed the nature of the material. What they found was said to be extremely disturbing, to say the least. When watching the clip closely, there is a distinct split second where Lacari seems to realize the gravity of the mistake. His expression shifts rapidly as he looks at the notepad window and the contents within, followed by a moment of pure silent panic where the realization probably hit that he may have just ruined his life. Yet, in a move that baffled everyone watching, he didn't end the stream. Despite the visible panic and the chat beginning to spiral, Lacari continued streaming, choosing to stay live and respond to the situation in real time. This decision would unfold about as well as you would expect, turning into a complete disaster. During the stream, Lacari attempted to laugh off the situation as if it was a minor misunderstanding, pun intended. His chat, however, were no longer interested in the game, but instead were fixated on the suspicious notepad file, specifically one tab that had been spotted labeled 1500 JBT files. According to the livestream fail subreddit, JBT stood for jailbait teens. Lacari's response to the whole situation was a frantic series of excuses that only served to incriminate himself even further. His initial defense was to claim that someone had linked the file in his chat, implying that he was a victim of a bad click. This explanation fell apart instantly under scrutiny, as it failed to explain why he had seemingly saved the content into a dedicated notepad file on his hard drive, let alone one with such a specific and incriminating file name. Once Lacari realized that narrative wasn't going to convince his audience, he pivoted to a second, even less believable excuse. He claimed the file had automatically downloaded while he was browsing the web.
Did I not deny that I didn't download shit? I didn't know what was in there.
Don't be sad that your career is over. Be happy that IT happened. XQCL. Don't be sad that your career is over. Be happy that IT happened. XQCL. Jesse vindicated. Jesse vindicated. Jesse vindicated.
How does it end up there? Okay, let me explain what happened. All right, I was surfing a site. Okay, the shit got downloaded. I didn't trigger a download, just got downloaded. I opened up the text document. I saw what was in it. I deleted the text document. I deleted it. But the problem with Windows 11 is that even if you delete the text document, it apparently still stays there. So it was still there after I deleted it. I've told you guys 1,000 times that's what happened. Dude, I'm sorry. I have a fucking 3 terabytes of fucking hentai on my hard drive, bro. A lot. Sometimes you go to a site, some shit downloads on your shit, you don't fucking want it, you fucking delete it, and that's just what happened, man. Okay? That's what happened. I'm sorry, all right? I don't know how many times I have to explain this, but that's what happened. Dude, let's just move the fuck on, please.
As his audience immediately pointed out, if modern web browsers were silently auto-downloading text files full of illegal URLs without user consent, it would be a global cybersecurity crisis, not an isolated glitch on one streamer's PC. Whilst this already seemed like rock bottom, Lacari would only continue to dig his grave when the chat pressured him to open his recent files list in Notepad again to prove his innocence. Lacari agreed, likely hoping to show the incriminating files were gone. Instead, he revealed a screen that looked like a panic-induced cover-up. The suspicious document was still there, but it was now buried under a list of freshly created empty files named New Text Document, and one of the files involving JBT was also somehow missing.
Fap for Fun? Fap for Fun is Thai site.
The internet immediately saw right through it, with viewers on Reddit mocking the attempt of covering it up. As one user put it, he was trying to hide stuff and still effed up. To make matters even worse, a viewer suggested that if the file had truly been deleted, it wouldn't open. Lacari, trying to prove it was gone, clicked the file and it opened, proving live on stream that the material was still sitting on his hard drive.
Click couples and it won't open if it's deleted. Okay, well, I 100% fucking deleted it, so it shouldn't open, right? It opened. What?
By this point, the atmosphere in his stream had turned hostile. His moderation team, the people responsible for protecting him, began to turn on him. They stopped deleting comments and banning users, allowing the chat to be overrun with text-to-speech donations, calling him a PDF file.
Pedophile, 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 pedophile.
The total collapse of his support system was cemented when one of his own moderators resigned mid-stream.
Taxes was feeling unwelcome. Now Taxes
Typing a message that read, "End your stream, dude, this isn't funny. This isn't a joke or something you can laugh off. I hoped that this somehow was a mistake or a virus, but it's looking real bad. You need to get help. I'm unmodding myself and unassociating with you. Peace." In the middle of everything falling apart, Lacari was clearly panicking and totally lost. He actually turned to Grok, Elon Musk's AI chatbot, and asked it live on stream whether possessing hentai was even legal in Texas. And he did this right in front of the same people already accusing him of having illegal stuff. It was next level self-destruction. The guy basically jumped straight into a hole and kept digging.
Is having hentai on your PC in Texas illegal, Brock?
43K? And that's if they think it's like, oh my fucking god.
While Lacari was fighting a losing battle in his own chat, the wider internet was already dissecting his excuses. Fellow streamer Quinn69 took it upon himself to test Lacari's claims technically. He attempted to replicate the glitch in his own stream to see if a deleted notepad file would still appear in the recent tab. Upon opening the program, he was able to debunk Lacari's excuse almost immediately, proving that the file's persistence meant that it hadn't been simply auto-downloaded and deleted as claimed.
Delete. Okay. No, it's not there. I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
Simultaneously, the internet began digging into Lacari's history, and what they found makes it seem like Lacari may have been hiding his alleged preferences in plain sight. They resurfaced old clips that suddenly took on a much darker context. One notable instance was a lie detector segment where Lacari jokingly admitted to liking lolly content. Whilst this moment was originally played for laughs, it is now being scrutinized as a disturbing admission of guilt.
Do you like lollies?
Yes.
Oh no!
But not like that.
What does that even mean?
I mean, his shit spiked, but I think this is But the most damaging blows to Lacari's reputation came from his own circle, the Austin streamer ecosystem, which, as we discussed earlier, played a major role in his rise. During the stream, Lacari attempted to drag Asmongold into the controversy, claiming he had messaged him to simply keep that kind of stuff on another PC.
Asmon messaged me and said, bro, you need a separate PC for that stuff. Oh my god.
Asmongold immediately took to Twitter to clarify his statement, writing that he had only seen a censored version of the clip and had no idea of the depravity of the actual files when he made the comment. He then went on to distance himself and his organization, OTK, from Lacari on stream, stating that Lacari was never an official member of OTK and was merely a friend of the group, and that they had nothing to do with his actions.
Day before yesterday, we did a podcast with them, and like last night I was like, oh, we need to for sure upload this, but now I'm looking at what happened, I'm like, oh, maybe not, right? Why does OTK have so much drama? Shut the f up. Lacari was never even in OTK. He was just one of our friends. Like, what are you talking about? OTK, you're gonna drag OTK into this. We didn't have anything to do with this. I guess, like, probably there's gonna be like 50,000 people are gonna come into chat. People are associating you with friends with Tecton Lacari because you're part of it. Well, I mean, if he gets investigated, they're gonna find out all of his links. And so I say, you know what? I welcome that. You know, I have nothing to do with it. So why would I be worried? Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, the shit just really stresses me out, man. It sucks. It does. It really sucks. Fuck. You know, like, I don't know what else to say. Right? I mean, like, honestly, it does. Like, I don't really... Fuck. It's heavy. Yeah, it's heavy. Like, and I don't want to get involved in it. I don't want to make, and I'm gonna be real, guys. I've already got one defamation lawsuit in the chamber. I don't need to be double barreling this shit, okay?
As a final measure, Asmongold also announced the cancellation of an upcoming podcast episode that was featuring Lacari.
There's gonna be probably a lot of people that will come in the chat and they want me to talk about the Lacari stuff. Obviously, I think it's really weird and bad. I don't want to make any decisions and judgments for a legal reason. All I'm saying is that I think that if there needs to be an investigation, I hope there is one, and I don't want to have anything to fucking do with it. I'll tell you that. And also, we had Lacari on the podcast a couple of days ago. Safe to say, Allcraft is not going to come out this week. Sorry, guys. That's it.
Mizkif, another central figure in the group, took an even more aggressive stance against Lacari, threatening to sue Lacari for falsely claiming Mizkif sent him the files.
Why would you stream
Actually, Mizkif linked it to me. He did.
Okay. Nice. That is absolutely defamation, and I will be suing you for that.
Ghost put those... Okay, first off, you're a fucking retard.
Idiots.
Because the files weren't on my PC.
You literally just called me a pedophile. If you don't think I'm suing you, Lacari, for everything you just have, you're fucking out of your mind. That's insane what you just said. Insane.
That is crazy.
You just fucking called me a pedophile.
He also went a step further, threatening to pull the internet logs from the time they lived together to prove his own innocence and further incriminate Lacari.
What if he was telling that stuff when he lived with you? You gotta report him yourself? Bro, I really hope that's not the case, man. I will take whatever action's needed. Tomorrow I'm gonna call AT&T.
Other major streamers, including Soda Poppin', also addressed the situation live, expressing disgust and completely distancing themselves from their former peer.
Insane. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I woke up, just a couple Reddit threads. Vicky was like, hey, have you seen LSF? I'm like, no, what's going on? Lacari. What'd Lacari do? I was like, oh man, top LSF post. Ooh, this looks awful. And then I scrolled down, I'm like, another one. Wait, another one. How much content did this guy put out while being like outed as potentially a file? I mean, fuck. It's looking like philia, or at least the notepad. And they just scrolling. And the thing is, he streamed the whole thing. He actually dug a hole straight down to like China, fucking Lolly Town. Actually just kept digging. Crazy.
The final nail in the coffin came from the YouTube commentary community, when Penguin Zero, aka Moist Critical, released a video covering the situation, titled, "This Twitch streamer situation is disgusting," where he brought the situation to the attention of mainstream YouTube audiences.
The links are censored there, but apparently a lot of people have taken the plunge into looking up a lot of what was revealed here through the Lacari leaks, and what they have found is beyond heinous. Like, this is some evil shit we're talking about here. And after this happened, his stream was calling him out on it, and most people expected him to end the stream, to like hide the evidence, nuke it, basically banish it to the Shadow Realm and hope that people didn't have enough time to dig into it. Lacari, on the other hand, cooked up a different kind of scheme. He streamed for multiple hours after this happened, and just fucking face-tanked everybody that was digging into it, and all the people that were rightfully calling him out for how deplorable the shit they found in there was.
Charlie concluded the video stating,
"It does not look good. This looks fucking awful."
The consequences of the stream went far beyond embarrassment or the loss of his social circle. Lacari was banned from Twitch, stripping him of his primary income source and the audience he had spent over a decade building. He was also preemptively banned from Kick, which usually acts as a safe haven for banned streamers. To be honest, it's not looking good for Lacari. What started as a standard stream ended as a career-defining disaster, a 15-year legacy erased in a 5-second mistake. There will likely be more developments as this situation unfolds, so make sure to subscribe to stay updated.
Tasha believes confidence comes with a number. Steps, sleep.
So, the Lacari allegations get even worse, and now Asmongold is being dragged into the situation.
So it's just, oh, you're part of Lacari drama? I mean, look, people gonna make up whatever they want to try to make me look bad. At the end of the day, who gives a shit? Everybody knows what I said. If you watch what I said, it doesn't even matter. So I don't even really feel like, you know, you could go back and defend yourself 50,000 times. What I said at the beginning of the stream is very clear, and that's really about that's all there is to it, really.
And that was in response to people flaming Asmongold for telling Lacari before he knew what the situation was really about to get a different PC for his gooning material.
Asmon messaged me and said, bro, you need a separate PC for that stuff. Oh my god.
No, he didn't. No way did he just say that out loud.
What did you say?
No way did... What?
Of course, Miskiff here, trying to insert himself into drama he has nothing to do with. Can't blame him though, because I'm doing the exact same thing.
So if your friend someone turns out bad, right? How's it your fault? Like, I mean, it's not that it's my fault, right? I mean, like, I feel stupid that I DM'd him because I didn't know what the leaks were, and it's like, oh, you obviously shouldn't have said that, like, because like I didn't know what it was. But now that I found out, it's like, oh, you definitely shouldn't have done that. But
and to be fair to Asmongold, I mean, any friend, colleague, acquaintance, or adjacent wouldn't automatically think the person that they're giving advice to for gooning material being on another system other than the one that you stream on would have been gooning material that could land you life in prison. I don't think anybody would make that automatic assumption about their friend.
yeah, you gotta farm it like a crop. Well, I'm not gonna really farm this one a lot. I mean, I've known Lacari 8 years, right? And it's just like, I'm gonna be real, like the shit just really stresses me out, man. It sucks. It does. It really sucks.
Gotta say, boys, if you've known someone for 8 years and they've been a fellow friend and live streamer and they get caught for something like this, I mean, what can you really say? That would be a very weird, awkward, and embarrassing situation, not only because, well, your friend got caught with P, but also because people are trying to drag your name into it. Not entirely sure how close. I do think Asmon and Lacari were in the same organization at one point in time, but I don't know if they were consistently talking on a consistent basis. And again, he did clarify.
Didn't do the research. Well, I guess in this case, maybe I shouldn't have.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I think Asmon, in trying to provide helpful information to a longtime friend, just got caught in the crossfire. Collateral damage.
Your message really bad timing. It was. I didn't even know what it was. Right? I see, like, okay, I thought it was like some random porn, and it's like, then I wake up this morning and I'm like, whoa, fuck, right? But yeah, that's how it is, right?
Crazy shit. And just to reiterate, ladies and gentlemen, Lacari has been banned on Twitch, and he has been banned on Kick as well. Asmongold also said info had just come out, and the clip I saw had the names and everything censored. Obviously, I wouldn't have said this if I knew what the content was. And of course, Hassan responds to the situation that Asmongold and Lacari are in right now.
After Asmongold's friend allegedly exposed for having CSAM, Asmongold told him he should have kept that stuff on a separate PC to hide it. Now Asmongold claims he didn't know about the CSAM accusations, so Asmongold is either a clueless moron or something much worse. Texas senators have unanimously passed a bill that, if signed into law, could make several games, anime, and manga series illegal to own in the state. The bill bans obscene depiction of a minor or someone who looks like one.
Step forward in the right direction. Good on you, Texas. I like that.
It's time to fucking repost this banger. Asmongold did not expect Lacari to reveal this DM, and now he has to play defense, saying he had no idea.
Yeah, the optics, they do look bad. Wrong time, wrong place, wrong stream.
Didn't he also publicly say, oh, recently, where he was like, I don't really understand Lolly, but I see no harm in it, or something like that?
Yeah, with that on top, if that statement is true that Hassan says Asmongold said about Lolly, of which I showed you guys all what Lolly looks like, then holy shit. This is the wrong place, wrong time, wrong year to be a grown man balding, trying to defend grown man obsessed with Lolly. Asmongold also came out saying that he is now fatigued and has PTSD having friends in this industry.
Over the years.
Be outed. I would be afraid to make friends in this career or line of work too if all of my friends are gonna eventually be outed for abuse, CP, fraud, scams, some crazy type crime that can slander and defame my name just for being associated with them. So I completely understand where Asmongold is coming from. And now that we pretty much have ED at this point in time, I think he's truly fucked. People are now saying noob, pro, hacker. Oh boy, you know, it's going to be very interesting to see Lacari address the situation after the fact. What has it been, like a day, less than a day at this point in time? And the last tweet made by Lacari at this point in time has been a tweet from January 19th saying, I have officially mastered Shadowverse and no one can beat me anymore. I'll be challenging my idiot chatters later in 1v1s. Anyone who can beat me will be granted a special surprise. Hashtag not a scam. And it appears to be that he is referring to some type of lolly type game. Yay, man. Guy's obsessed with character models that look like little girls or adjacent to that. And honestly, the first top comment is crazy. My editor is going to have to censor this. He's gonna have to censor that. He's probably gonna have to censor something else. I cannot read the entire thing, but they are calling him the hard R. They're telling him he's gonna get his manhole touched in prison, and prepare for that. No lube. Honestly, I expect nothing less from Twitter. You guys already know the hellhole that Twitter is. So, but it's not like this guy deserves any leeway. So
I'm joking about it. What are you just writing your own narrative? You're just writing your own narrative, man. What the else do you want me to do? What do you want to do? I'm so sorry. I didn't do anything. Okay, let me explain what happened.
here comes the biggest bullshit story you'll ever hear.
All right, I was surfing a site. Okay, the shit got downloaded. Like, I didn't trigger a fucking download. It just got downloaded. I opened up a fucking text document. I saw what was in it. I deleted the text document. I deleted it. But the problem with Windows 11 is that even if you delete the text document, it apparently still stays there.
Of which I just proven that it's not true. You can delete the text document and it's gone. He probably thought just clicking out meant deleting, when in fact that is not the case.
Still there after I deleted it. I've told you guys 1,000 times that's what happened. Like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I have like fucking 3 terabytes of fucking hentai on my fucking hard drive, bro.
He should just be locked up even for having 3 terabytes of hentai. What the
Lot. Sometimes you go to a site, some shit downloads on your shit, you don't fucking want it, you fucking delete it, and that's just what happened, man.
Sometimes you just visit sites and things automatically download. Does that ever happen, bro? Like, I don't know. Maybe back in the day, but with modern systems, I don't think things just magically download onto your system without like at least asking you for authorization. I also heard that one of his mods took it upon themselves to demod themselves from his chat because they said pretty much you're cooked and there's no way out of this one for yourself, buddy. Some people are also in disbelief, saying no way y'all fell for this bait, with other users responding with baits or mental retardation. Call it.
So this is obviously pretty bad for him, but this is going to be another one of those where we have to lock the fuck in doing this type of shit. Y'all know what it is, because I did promise you guys a couple of videos ago that I was going to have a massive talk about this pedophile conversation and all this shit. So right, let me get right back, and we're gonna really get into it, and I'm gonna show you exactly why everything's wrong about this. All right. Yeah, we're gonna end it on this little funny looking clip here. So right, we're gonna talk about all this shit about talking about pedophiles, and you know, we're calling random niggas pedophiles and shit. We see this, we see that. Because here's the thing. Let's just straightforward say it and just say I'm a man of results. And there's a lot of clips I want to show you. Each of me addressing one, but also calling out another. Then another clip actually showing real predator hunters addressing multiple people, or at least, correction, a predator hunter addressing a fake ass predator hunter who just beats them up, then lets them go on their little merry way. Now, we can't show any violence on our platform, but we can talk about said activities.
Yeah, I just want to real quick address Joshua Mundy's chimp out towards my good friend Jidion this morning. So, in short, Jidion made a reaction video to a catcher getting shot and killed 2 years ago, Rip Boophawk, and Joshua did not like Jidion's opinions on the matter, or didn't like the video. So, Joshua Mundy threatens to beat up my good friend Jidion for simply making the video or having opinions on it, and I find it pretty crazy that, you know, obviously Josh is so passionate about catching predators, and everybody else is a grifter except for him. But Josh just slaps the pedophiles 3 times and cuts them loose. But then he threatens to just completely beat up Jidion. Isn't it weird that he wants a harsher punishment for Jidion making a video on something than he does for pedos wanting to meet little kids? I mean, am I going crazy here? I mean, why does Josh think that you should have a harsher penalty for making a video than trying to literally take the soul of a child? I mean, it's sick. Josh, I don't know if you drank that bleach before you put it on your head at 35 years old or however old you are now, but dude, it has to stop, man. You have to relax, dude. And please, Josh, I implore you, just stop catching pedophiles. I mean, you are ruining a lot of other cases in the country by having your videos go over to these cops, and the cops just think that all predator catchers are just like you, who just slap the pedos around, cut them loose, and let them be around children again. So, Josh, the best thing you could do for the children of America is just stop catching pedos and shut your page down. All right.
As he said before, there's a lot of people, and keep in mind, he should have never said that. That means there's a lot of people grifting in secrecy. Maybe that's wrong, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people grifting. So this predator hunter shit, this predator thing, or trying to hype up getting rid of the predators, but you know, we're gonna use them for entertainment and do a 5-hour to something fucking documentary type bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so fucking annoying to know that people literally would rather do a documentary than a fucking actual action response to getting rid of the predator. But I guess, you know, entertainment is more actually valuable. I guess so. Look, you don't... Yeah, okay. I understand. I understand. Horrible take, but it's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, it's the truth. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, there's absolutely no reason for this. If out of all people, Alex is talking and he's speaking facts, I don't like that. Keep in mind, I've only saw a couple of videos of some random Pepsi dude slap around a bunch of pedos, and the pedos go off into La La Land and get to do what they do best, back into the wild. Like a bunch of animals that were put in a cage and then were set free by these weirdo motherfuckers. Right? So we just set them free. We set them loose. They'll learn their lesson, right, guys and girls? They'll learn their lesson. We can't hate on them for that. They're human. They don't know any better. Sure, right. I guess we should just allow that type of problem to coexist with the rest of us. So, nicely done. You know what I'm saying? Good job. Good job to that dude. He totally helps pedophiles stop being what they are. But it's alright. Cool. I guess, you know, once they do it again, and this time they won't be caught, it will, you know, be whose fault. So, yeah. As of now, this is where the part where either these individuals will find this to be an interaction of a third interaction or a made-up interaction coming in, but we're not having that. So letting everyone know here and now, there is no interaction here. If you get sensitive to this video, it's on you. I'm just not going to respond because I'm totally done responding. So there are a lot of people just doing this grift weirdo ass shit, and they kind of keep doing it over and over and over and over and over and over again. However, I want to talk about a very small, in particular community that just believes they're educated on doing predator hunter work, but you know, when it comes down to like push to shove, they're not pulling up. They're not doing anything like the right thing the actual predator hunters do. They don't do the research. They're more likely about the entertainment factor than actually getting rid of the predator. So basically the people just want the predator to stay alive so they can, you know, get their little whack off together and they can just start doing weird shit. So yeah, instead of getting rid of the problem. Very interesting though. So we're gonna play the audio. I'm not going on the channel, but we are going to play the audio of said shit because I just want people to know what the fuck it is. About someone crying, bitching, and complaining and thinking that this is a round 2, a round 3, a round 5. No, this is not a round 5, 6, 3, and etc. Get your head out of your ass. Because ain't nobody doing all that. Please and thank you. Alright. Okay. So we're gonna listen to the audio. And this was last year. So we're gonna go over the main fiasco that I was really hyping onto. And you're gonna listen to it. Fast forward so no one doesn't have to really listen to all the weird, crazy shit, just the lies and all that. So it's not like I could prove them wrong, right? Yeah.
I'm supposed to change the laws on Lolicon and Shotokan to get him arrested like I have any say because, by the way, Matt actually did contact, because he keeps saying you didn't go through the proper resources. Shut up. He got reported to the police and nothing happened. Expressing this to you and telling you this. I'm trying to let you know he didn't get rid of him. He's still around. You just exposed him as a pedophile. Yeah. That's it. Yep. Like, why can't you guys get them to go to jail? If you have this much information, you already have a dossier. So let's make this abundantly clear. You already have someone in the dossier. Why couldn't you get them to go to jail? Yeah. Why can't you ask him to write a fat ass report to the county or some shit? This is my ops, retard, femboy, weirdos. This is what I've resorted to. My group reported a chick for CP like real phone nigga, no one cared. Exactly, Ricky. Let me tell you something. That 2 things happened when it came to Chozo. He got reported to the FBI and the police. Nothing happened. Hey, King Slash, shout out to you, bro. I used to hang around tail server, so big ups for you informing me of the situation because I wouldn't know. Hey, appreciate that, gang. Appreciate it. So facts double. So first he got reported. Second, guess what happened? Will spoke to the police face to face. Nothing happened. Literally gave him the info. Nothing happened. What more do you want me to do? Kidnap a police officer and force them? I can't do anything past that. There's nothing. So the most you can do is tell people about who he is. That's all you can do. And guess what? It wasn't just once, twice, 3 times. We chased him around everywhere. Every little group he went to, we kicked him out. All right? We had to pull literally the last safe haven he had was A. Right? That was the last safe haven he had. And guess what happened? That flipped and switched and that was out of here too. That's all you can do. Now he's comfortable with pedophiles. Fine. Be on Pedo Island. That's all I can do. So then another thing is because he's friends with Dargo, right?
Now, this is the sound of someone who is a loser. Entirely. Like, bro, I apparently said a lot of things. Apparently I wanted murder, death, all sorts of shit. I just wanted results, people. So last year, for those of you who were actually in there, the whole real argument, when it came down to that weirdo ass shit with, that nigga, I shouldn't even say nigga, I'm sorry. That person, in particularly, what came down to it was about that. Now, when it comes down to this fake predator hunter behavior, I know a lie and I can hear a lie when I can see one and hear one. And that was a lie, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no! Like, how are you going to tell me that's all you can do? Keep in mind, there was no elaboration on face-to-face, so I don't know. Y'all come up with your best judgment on what face-to-face was. Was he in his own county? Did one of them book a flight to his place? That's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about who booked the flight, who actually pulled up to his address. Keep in mind, they got all the information on Planet Earth on this nigga. Haven't done a damn thing. So basically, he's a free predator. Because this is the normal thing. So now anything with that community or anything that comes from that community talking about predators and we hunting them down, we reporting them, that's cool, report them. But when it comes down to the real deal, respectfully, please stand down. Yeah. No. Respectfully, fucking stand down. And I will say it again about a million times.
Are in order.
Yo, appreciate the follow. Holy shit, that was out of nowhere, out of the blue. Appreciate the follow. Sonic, Ricardo. So my whole point is, ladies and gentlemen, I want people to realize that this type of behavior is not okay. Like, you can't just walk into a predator hunter's field, right? Like a job as in general, because being a predator hunter is not something you all can just walk into. I'm sorry, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. So I can understand that, but it takes experience. Meaning you can't just be some random Joe Schmo and just walk up in there and be like, I know what I'm doing the right thing. That's okay, report. If you don't know what you're doing, just report and leave it at that. You could do all this entertainment factor of the whole fucking thing, but it's not okay to me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about results. Do you want results or do you want entertainment? You need to make a choice between those two.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Yeah. Because why is there a distinguishing problem with that community and doing the actual job? The person made every excuse in the book. And then after, when it was brought up multiple different times, his little clipper buddy did not clipped out anything to do with that in particular conversation. Look, all I just want is results. If you can't do it, just stay out of the way. I would appreciate and respect the fact that you stayed out of the way. We don't know what was face to face, and since you cannot elaborate if you were close proximity to him or you were actually in his town, but calling from, if I'm guessing this right, Minnesota, that's not the right thing to do. You can't just call from a distance and say all this. Just read up on the laws. I know you're lying, and that was it. So, right. Let's.
Yeah, I just want to real quick address Joshua Mundy's chimp out towards my good friend Jidion this morning. So, in short, Jidion made a reaction video to a catcher getting shot and killed 2 years.
So, I will be posting the link of this video to remind people as a reference that there's a lot of things that predator hunters, actual ones, are getting tired of. And it seems like everyone feels like it's a join on in, just get on in and be a part of the party type bullshit. This is not that. This is either you're educated in this field or you just aren't a part of it. And even though this little punk right here, I may not like him, but he gets the job done. That's the difference. Can't hate him for, you know, I can only dislike him for all the racist, bigoted past things he's done. But he gets the job done. That's what really matters in all this shit. But if that doesn't matter to you guys, I don't know what else does. Now, the video in question that he continues to talk about is a video that is since then, it's no longer here. He spoke on it. And, yeah. It's no longer here. So I did.
What's going on?
This was an old video. You know what I'm saying? This is him. This is the, predator in question here. Go ahead and leave a nice little comment that says, I love you there. Just, you know, leave a nice little comment there. Just talk to him. Go ahead and say Neusxanity said hello, and yeah. I unfortunately did that. Quite embarrassing, but good to know. I'm pretty sure it's filled with hateful comments, but let's be the positive type, right, guys? All right. So, yeah, we're not gonna get into this. Actually, fuck that. So, right, ladies and gentlemen. I want everyone to start realizing that this predator hunter shit needs to be on a professional level. It's either you booked a flight to said predator's home and, you know, call the county sheriff's, police department, whatever, etc. I'm not going to take that excuse. Once you do that with me, I'm just cutting you off altogether, because I don't communicate with people who do that shit. We don't do frauds. I don't do frauds. Trust me, I know what a fraud is. And at one point, I saw another Predator channel that was being fraudulent as fuck. They would, you know, beat the Predator up, do the same thing as Joshua Mundy, and then do it again and let the Predator go and then repeat the same shit. So here's this. FBI, CIA, whatever the fuck, law enforcement. That's okay. Report them. But don't claim you met up face to face. That's all I gotta say. There will be no lies. And keep in mind, after that whole fiasco, directly on September of the 29th, I stopped interacting with those individuals. I just want to let you guys know that. As soon as I heard that lie, I was like, oh, this is all a game. I just want everyone to know, regardless of who in the gaming community is calling who a predator, start being very cautious. My bad. Timer went off because it's about that time. Start being very cautious of who you talk to. Because a lot of these people are talking about predator this and predator that, but they don't want to actually do the real job. So until we see a mugshot of said predator, and again, before someone twists or anyone twists my words in general, I just want results. You don't have to tell your fans, you don't have to tell everybody else, whoever's watching this video, oh, well, he just wants to defend this person. Like, I never said that. I just said I want results. That's all. Just results. No argument, no hissy fit, no lying. None of that. Anyways. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Oh, and actually, always remember this video. Probably it's above, but whatever. Just remember, this video looked like it was almost about to get deleted. I'm not gonna lie, felt like it. But anyways, make sure to call out the fake predator hunters who are just, you know, allowing predators to walk free after they do a little bit of their little entertainment shit. Same for people who do documentaries. Kind of, you know, at this point, don't interact, but, you know, listen, that's fine, but don't interact on a crazy level. Because it's kind of weird how motherfuckers don't want to do anything about a problem. So instead, they want to make it an entertainment thing and call the person a predator, show a bunch of screenshots of said predator, then walk away and be having these cinematic intros and saying, Jason 775 did this to a minor, and like on some 1950s shit showing the crime. Like, get the fuck out of here. It's either do it or don't. That's how I see it.
Hi, I'm Lucy Christian. I am the voice of Ochako Uraraka, and you should subscribe to Neusxanity's channel. Peace out!